You can find me at aaronhilltv, V at aaronhilltv, V at aaronhilltv, V at aaronhilltv.tv on IG.
Hey. What's up, peoples? Oh, I gotta get used to this new orientation. My camera's actually flipped the right way now. So yes, you're probably like, what the hell am I looking at right now? So yeah, you're seeing me in a hair salon with a piano behind me. So y'all know I always doing some creative, well, some people call it creative. Some people just call it batshit crazy, but it's all good to me either way. So y'all know I'm always doing some interesting things. So here's the idea. I'm gonna introduce you, first of all, to my good friend and locticianer. Look, I'm having a hard time pointing. This is Vanessa Nunez, y'all, of Let's Talk Naturals Salon. And we've been, oh my goodness, she's been my locticianer and friend for at least 15 at this point. At least 15. Marion, hey, your eyes are not deceiving you. She's been my loctician and friend for, I want to say, at least 15 years now. So my mom actually introduced me to her. And the way that she did that was, you know, I had somebody that was doing my hair, and my mom, as moms that care about you do, she went, yeah, that looks nice, but I found somebody else that I think could do it better, so you need to go see her now. That was her invitation.
That was basically into her directness.
Right. And they had met first. In fact, where did you all meet? It wasn't like at a.
We were at a cafe having breakfast.
Okay. So they were at a cafe having breakfast. They met, and they wound up hitting it off where she wound up starting to maintain and my mom's locks and do her hair, and honestly, some amazing things that over the years a lot of people have really appreciated. This is the artist behind my mom's hair. So my mom introduced me to her, and you know, my mom is gonna actually, anything that she's into, she's gonna be like, you gotta do it too. So I took it with a grain of salt, but I decided to check into it, and oh my gosh, here we are 15 years later, and I would not trade my locticianer for the world. So here's the deal, and this is why I have this piano here in her salon. So, you know, I'm always thinking about some creative, interesting things. And with these street serenades, I was like, you know what? We should do one together where you're doing my hair while I'm playing the piano, market your services, have fun with mine, and something crazy new and entertaining for people. So we wanted to practice it. And so she just finished doing the do. You can see, nice, so fresh and so clean. This is when I actually need the Outcast. So fresh and clean. So she just finished, and I was like, you know what? We could probably practice. We talked about it where we can practice where she does a style on my hair, and then we can give it a run and have some fun with it. So I'm about to play the piano while she styles my hair. And her information is actually in the title of this video. Let's Talk Naturals Salon on IG. You should definitely go check it out. Yeah, so whatever this is about to be, we about to have fun.
Let's see if this is right.
All right. Say it's a first time for everything, right? So this is definitely a first.
Sorry guys, I gotta cross over.
bob my head like I usually do when I'm into the music. Because then the hairstyle's gonna be mucked up. So yeah.
For some of you guys, I am brushing his hair. Might I add, a lot of people always ask me about that. Brushing the hair is very important. And yes, you can do it on locks.
Right.
So there's a little hair tip there, guys.
And let me tell you, not only is that a little hair tip, that honestly is the reason why I'm sitting in this chair today and 15 years later. And why not only, you know, she's my loctician, but also really, really good friend, because I had no idea that you could brush locks. And honestly, that was the very first thing that you shared with me that really changed my whole perception of locks. So, so I did not realize that. And really from that time, what I would learn as we got to know each other was that there was so much information that a lot of other people that I had gone to never gave me. I mean, I didn't know you could brush locks. I didn't know about, certain kind of treatments. I mean, like, even my shampoo, like, I'm gonna just say it, my shampoo prior to this woman right here sucked. Like, really. I mean, look, and I promise y'all, and we've had this conversation over the years so many times. I mean, like, it was so bad that in the salon that I used to go to, it used to be someone who would let her daughter shampoo me. Now, I mean, keep it in the family, keep it in the business, that was a good thing. But she didn't really know the best technique. So literally, it would be where after she washed my hair, I would always ask permission to wash my own hair afterwards. Exactly. So they would literally, and I was happy because I was just like, this is the only way I'm gonna get it done right. But like literally, I would sit there, and for the next 10 or 15 minutes while I was getting my hair washed, they would leave me in the bowl, and I would literally just wash my own hair. So yeah, needless to say, I was underprivileged and undernourished, like. So I learned so many things since we started. And honestly, it was one of the things that I appreciated most about our interactions. I've learned so much about not just having your hair in locks, but like actual hair care, so yeah.
That's something that's really important, and a lot of people really don't pay attention that.
Right.
There are a lot of people that can do hairstyling, but if you're going to invest in something as important as your hair, you need to have somebody that can offer you hair care as well as hairstyling, so that you're getting the best for your hair. Especially if you're looking at it like this is a long-term thing, so you want your hair to be well cared for.
Right.
Also, so
yeah,
it's important. Very important.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, we've had we've had so many conversations over the years of just, oh my goodness, hair, and like. Woo, I'm trying to put this.
Entrepreneurship.
I was just about to say it.
So many things.
Yeah, business, entrepreneurship. But I'm gonna tell y'all, and I don't have my microphone on there, so you could project a little bit more. They can hear you guys. We've actually had conversations about like horror stories. Let's just talk about that for a second. We have had some horror story conversations, which honestly have scared me into not going into anyone else, because. We have seen so many people that have not gotten proper hair care, so I mean, I have to say, like, I've been grateful all these years, because the truth of the matter I realize now is that I probably would have cut my hair off had we not met.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad I saved Aaron guys for you. It's very important to really make sure that your hair is taken care of, because when you do take this step to want to be into locks, it's like a commitment. So if you say you want to have locks, you want to have locks for a long time. It shouldn't be one of those type of things where it's like, okay, well, I got locks today, and because there's so much extensions and stuff like that now. But if you want to have your own hair be locked, you shouldn't have to go to just, getting extensions. Not knocking extensions, because they are a fun way to play around with locks before you really commit to it. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to commit to something like this, it should be very nicely kept, and it should make you happy. And one thing I want to point out to you guys is that when Aaron was close to the camera, you may have saw the top of his head. I know some critics in everything you do, but they may say, oh, well, you just got it done. Why does it look a little fuzzy in the top? Because it's all natural. And because we're not using any gels to slick down any baby hairs or anything like that. So we just keep it natural and we brush it. So we brush it and that helps stimulate his blood cells and everything. So it's working really, really good. It's the follicles are getting a good, nice, deep moisturizing therapy massage. So it helps. So I don't never focus on, oh, my hair needs to be completely like retightened with the fresh look all the time. That's not being realistic. Okay, if you wake up and you got baby hairs laid to the side, I mean, who wakes up like that? We don't. So it's okay to just be totally free and just walk out and enjoy your fuzzy look sometimes. So it's cute. If you wanted to lay down a little bit, suffice to me is just tying it up when you take it out and it's done. But don't tie your hair up and think that, okay, it should have a 24-hour hold. My hair should still look freshly neat all the time because this is naturally freedom. So just enjoy it and embrace it that way. So, you know, I see people over that sometimes.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely feeling that because, so here's the funny part. I never actually feel like it looks fresh, like when it looks fresh. I feel like actually when as it wears into, like where it starts to be natural and it fills in, to me it actually, it looks better that way. And I know a lot of people who feel the same way, you know, so I'm gonna play a little bit of a tune that I wrote called Mancha's Meditation. I wrote it back in, I want to say 2011, and I recorded this with a buddy of mine who we were talking about earlier, in fact, who plays steel drum, Akil Raphael.
salon doing hair with a piano. A first for me. Done photo shoots, but this is different. Here's Aaron. That's very interesting.
Oh my goodness.
How long have you been playing the piano, Aaron?
Right. So that's a common question.
That's another forever.
Right. So, how long have I been playing the piano? So the funny thing is, it's only been since I was 21. Now, as the years go by, when I first would tell people that was maybe like 5 years in, people were just like, wow, how long have you been playing? Because I could play at a particular skill level. And I was like 21, and they were like, oh my goodness.
That's
like,
natural talent.
So the funny thing is, now the shine is like wearing off, I mean, now I will say that starting when I was 21 is still, I still like really appreciate that because it's like a later age. And there we go. I hope you all enjoying this. So yeah, so the question was, how long have I actually been playing the piano? I started when I was 21, which was actually fairly late for like what I see with most people. Most people start when they're like as a kid, or either they do something like band or choir or something else. I didn't do anything.
Wow.
Like anything.
That's like natural talent.
So
natural talent.
the one thing I did do was I was into hip hop, and hip hop. I started off as a hip hop MC when I was about 14, and then I went from there and started producing around the time I was 16 or 17. So it got me at least around music and starting to be influenced. And then at some point, when I was 18, my group was infatuated with the Roots, and the Roots at that time were like really the only hip hop band, like the only like hip hop band where they could take their music from the studio and actually go live and play it, and not have to take any studio equipment or not have to use samples or pre-recordings. So that's what got me into wanting to learn how to play the piano, and so I started at 21. So I was saying before that like I still take pride in that. I wish I was still 24, so that way it could be like even more impressive, Now it's like, yes, I've been playing for 17 years, but yeah, that's when I started at 21.
You see, now you got all those years behind you,
Right.
so you can't go back to that, but guess what?
Right.
You stepped into the master stage.
There you
Because
go.
after 20 years, you're definitely the master of something.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
That's pretty cool.
And if you aren't, you're not doing something right.
Something's not being
Something
done right, I guarantee. Well, that's pretty cool. That's a good thing to play.
So one of the things that I want to mention here, even as we're having this experience, and I'm highlighting my friend Vanessa, is that she has, one of the things that she has in all of the different aspects of hair care and even skin care and all kinds of care, to be honest, if we talked about it. Like, if you all will see her again, so we'll talk about a whole lot more stuff as well that she does. But one of the signature things that she does under her Let's Talk Naturals brand is something that she calls V-Locks. And yeah, so I just wanted to, even just for a few seconds, just kind of get from you, for the people, like what that is. And yeah, the camera's a little bit far away, so you can shout at them.
Okay. I don't want to yell too loud. But V-Locks is a form of interlock,
Okay.
and it's done one or two ways. Either you can start with the braid and interlock from the root,
Okay.
or you can interlock it from the whole root all the way to the end.
Okay.
And the thing that got V-Locks created and caused V-Locks to be birthed is that because of sister locks, I like sister locks. I actually started on this road from that area.
Okay.
I wanted to have sister locks, and my hair at that time when I started researching on sister locks was like all the way in the middle of my back, and that's
wow.
pretty long. What I didn't know is that when you go in is that those lengths matter a lot when it comes to that price. So at that time, we're talking about back in late 80s, 90s, early 90s.
Right.
I wanted to get them in my hair, and I sought out 3 very good consultants. And my lowest price that I was quoted at that time was like $1,200.
Wow.
And I was told if I cut off a few inches, I possibly could get it done for like 1,000 or 9. And I was like, none of those add up for me. So I was like, there's got to be another way. So like, wait a minute, I just grew all this hair to cut it off. So
Right.
that didn't work too well for me. And I'm not knocking nobody's profession, because I do have some close friends who are sister lock consultants.
Yeah.
But I wanted to open up a platform where folks who wanted that look,
Right.
which I have in my hair now, and I'll come closer to the camera a little bit so you guys can see it. But I wanted to open up a platform where, you know, people who wanted the sister locks but, you know, couldn't afford them, that they still could have that look without that price. I didn't feel like they should be penalized because,
Right.
hey, I just don't have 12, 1,500 or whatever laying around.
You're
you
not
know,
the only person.
That's mortgage, that's car payments, that's insurance, that's children. If you have them in daycare, Lord forgive. But I just didn't, I wanted to close that gap because
Right.
I had so much feedback from a lot of my own clients who, you know, have their own personal experience too. Wow, you know, I was told 1,500, I was told 1,400, and I'm like, oh, I couldn't
Right.
do that. I wanted that look, but I couldn't afford that price tag that
Right.
came with that look. So
Right.
I started, you know, I was my first model, and my children, I have a daughter. So, she went to school with all kinds of hairstyles. And her teachers were like, you gotta be rich to be able to switch your hair like every day. She's like, no, my mom's a stylist. You know, real happy about it. And I started working on our hair first as a team, as a mom and daughter team. And people started seeing it. And the next thing you know, it was like, V-Locks is over here. I'm getting calls from Canada.
Right.
I'm getting calls from here. I'm getting calls from here. And I'm like, I think V-Locks just went international. We're all over the place now. So it was a beautiful beginning, and like now we're still, I've been in the industry of natural hair care for like over 30 years now.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
So you must have started when you were 2 or 6.
It seems
It's
like
6
it.
or 7 at the
It
most.
was
like,
really, I started doing hair care, dealing with hair altogether when I was like 10.
Yeah.
I used to braid up my baby dolls, and I had an aunt used to make like the Raggedy Ann dolls.
Right.
And she would make them for different colors, like from Trinidad or Jamaica, and the dolls had the hair color in it
Right.
from the different countries. It was either going to be green, yellow, and black and stuff like that.
Right.
And I would take my dolls off the Trini dolls and cut the hair off and
Nice.
braid it into the other dolls. And she's like, I think that's a skill that should be used somewhere
Yeah.
else. So I started off on that journey and just went with it. And V-Locks is just flourishing now. And I
Right.
really love it. And clients love it because they can get that style, that look, and they can afford it. And the price is you know, the maintenance
Yeah.
is cheaper. So it works. And I love it. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, so when you say, you know, she didn't have, you know, between 12 and 1,500 laying around, you know, in order to, so if I find anybody that has 12 to 1,500 laying around, they have a new best friend, and I'll just go ahead and say it now.
Best friend.
Yes, it's about the money. It is, I mean, I hope I like you as a person too, but yeah. I mean, that's the thing I really appreciate, because I mean, what you essentially did was you took something that for many people would be out of reach, you know, but it's an amazing style and an amazing way of caring for your hair, and you put it into a place where, you know, it could be affordable, and people didn't have to break the bank in order to have such an amazing style.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
works. It definitely worked itself out, and I get feedback all the time
Right.
of so many, you know, clients and people that my clients refer to me, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, I saw your client. Her hair looks so nice," and I'm telling her, "Oh, I like your sister lock," and she's like, "These aren't sister locks." They're like, "No."
Thank you. And we're back. So I'm gonna show you all at the end. You're gonna get a real good close up, because I'm gonna take the camera. We're gonna come over, and you're gonna see it.
We're gonna do hair shots. He's
we
gonna
sh-
show his hair.
Right.
I'm gonna show my hair. And we're gonna show y'all some things.
But yeah, so yeah, but to take something like, so when you were saying that the person looked at you and was like, wait a minute, what about sister locks? And like, well, technically they are done by a sister, you know. So but
Indeed.
yeah, so I'm gonna play another maybe portion of a tune. I know what I'm gonna play. Let's try this. I think this might be something that I think my loctician might like.
That is cool. I like that. That's really nice.
So we're gonna play Name That Tune. So Vanessa, name that tune. Oh, not only did she name it, she gave me a little bit of melody too with it.
I love that song when she made it. I was like, I know that's right. You ain't got time for that stressful stuff.
Right, right.
That's really cool. I love that you can just pick up and just start playing a tune like that. It was cool. I like that. Really nice.
So it's one of those things where, like, I mean, I guess you could say I'm really grateful for all the years of experience now, and really just to be to the point, like you said, to be able to do that. But I so don't take it for granted because, I mean, it really is something I'm grateful for as a gift at this point. Put in a lot of work, but definitely on top of that, you know. But yeah, so we actually have ourselves a new experience. I was sitting here thinking about it as we were just kind of having fun, and I was like, oh yeah, this will not be the last. This will not be the last.
Exactly.
So I started.
Do a chat with that.
Yeah.
Salon chat. That would be nice.
So I'm like, so my brain, this is how my brain works, right? This is the same way with her. So besides, conversations around here, one of the other things that she mentioned too that is so true is we have had so many conversations around business and entrepreneurship. Like we are two people that love ourselves some entrepreneurship and just doing things for yourself, having your own business, being an artist within your business, being in control of everything, you own everything.
Yes.
So we have had,
important.
oh my goodness, we have had so many business building conversations. So over the years, right, as I've thought about it, like with the conversations that we've had, I've been like, wow, we are so similar in that regard. I think I figured out why, and I don't know if I mentioned this before. So I'm a Taurus, and here's a Scorpio here. And when I think at one point, maybe when I looked it up and it was just talking about, compatibility as far as personalities, they were like, oh yeah, both of you are passionate and you're passionate about business. You do not wait around for people. And I was like, they could not explain more how it's been because we have come up with some master plans. So one of those master plans that I'm really excited about, we're sitting in right now. So this is actually my very first time in this particular salon because prior to this wasn't built. Let's just put it this way. This wasn't even in existence. So, like I said, it's been 15 years since I've been actually getting hair care from Vanessa, and we have had many homes. Just in all the various places that she's been, and as many business owners, you travel from different places. Travel from, place to place, and you have different setups based on your needs, based on your, your situation, where you're located, all that kind of stuff. So,
It's called a crawl before you can walk.
It is called that. And entrepreneurship 101 is just like, you get in where you fit in, you make it work,
But you don't forget your dream.
You don't forget your dream. And so henceforth, that's what brings me to even why I mentioned that, right now we're sitting in one of the many dreams from Vanessa, which is her salon that she put together with her own 2 hands. And so
Yes, guys, I created this baby right here with the wisdom from the Lord and getting it together because I came from having a 3-story salon, 8 rooms, 3 levels, everything, and all the fancy bells and whistles. And I had something, ups and downs that happened in life, and everything got changed around. And the situation ended up into working in salons and doing the booth rental and all of that stuff. And I wanted to have my own space. But over the years, after having a full service salon for so long, I didn't want something that big. I wanted something more personal to me. And I said, okay, I got the idea when I started looking at these salon suites that's just popping up all over town. So when I started to look into them and really see how much they were charging people a week, I was like, wait a minute, this is not even a full room, just a room. Right. So I came home and I came down into my basement and I just started sketching stuff out, like how I wanted it to be because I had an extra room. And I was like, you know what? Why not create my own salon suite? Yeah. I don't have to pay nobody nothing per week. So I did that, and it worked out really good. If you guys start following my page, you'll start to see, because I'm going to start putting some feed up about the beginning of this to where we are now, and you're not going to believe what you see, because Aaron can tell you, it's been a long road, and we're in a room now that we're fully functioning in, like it's a salon suite, and it was just a storage room. When I tell you a storage room, like the kind where you run in, grab what you need real quick, and run right back out. It's not a sit down, talk about it, just leave. So it's got paint on the walls now.
She said it's not a sit down and talk about it.
You just
leave. And look, it's funny.
Like, no.
It's funny because so this is my first time in this room, and I was blown away because it's like a work of art. And so the funny thing is, one of the things that Vanessa mentioned to me was, she said, yeah, before this looked like something that was straight out of Harry Potter.
Yes, yeah.
When she said that, I was like, okay.
Yes,
So
it
this
did.
is
It was
nice.
like, it's in the basement, first of all, so
Right.
our ladies can relate to that. Like, I don't want to go down there.
Right,
And it
right.
wasn't renovated, you know, it wasn't like a finished basement. Like, it was finished as like it was rooms down here, because it's like 2 big rooms down here. This
Right.
is a smaller area. But it wasn't like guest friendly. Like, okay, I'm gonna come down here until we go down
Right.
here, we go to the laundry room, we go to the dryer, and we're back upstairs.
Right.
And that was it. So
Yeah.
this was like a storage room that was just like boxes up to the ceiling and everything. And it was just like only one little dull light over in the corner somewhere. So it wasn't inviting for you to want to be
Right.
down here.
Right.
So I started by just like taking everything out so I could just have the whole empty space, so I could visualize what would be here, what would be here. And it just sprung into this, what you see now in the little view that you can see. But it just goes to show that you can make things happen for yourself, and you really don't have to spend a lot of money. When I first got started with this, I was being quoted anywhere from $7,000 to $15,000, and I'm like, I'm the same one that created vlog, so with budget, I'm
Right,
budgeting. So like,
Right.
I was like,
Make
okay,
this
let's
work.
go to the store and see how much I can do by myself. And with family and good clients, we made this thing happen. So
Yeah.
anybody that wants to do it, you can. Don't be discouraged. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, I love it. And so when I was blown away when I first walked in the room, because I know Vanessa to be a number, you know that song, I'm every woman. I mean, this woman has so many skills and talent, and I always just appreciate it. It's one of the reasons why we connect the way that we do, because we just have many things that we're into and we can appreciate. So, I mean, this is truly, like, it's really, really a work of art. And so, you know, we've been actually having...
I'm looking in the mirror over there.
Okay.
You see me looking over there. That's what I'm looking at.
So we've had a lot of conversations, you know, around creating things in business, and also documenting and that kind of thing too. So, you know, we've been talking for a while, and so I'm excited because soon, you know, in addition to this experience, you all will actually see a whole lot more from Let's Talk Natural Salon, because she's going to give a salon tour. And when I tell you, okay, so y'all know the term handyman. This is a handy woman right here. That, I mean, she told me like maybe 3 or 4 things today that just blew my mind. I was like, how did you think of that? Like, who thinks of that? But like we were talking about earlier, though, that's how it is when things come natural to you and they're a talent, you know, and that kind of thing. You don't really think about them like that until other people mirror to you like what it really is, you know, and then you're like, wow. So yeah, this has really been a fun process. And not only that, so you all actually have had another taste of her abilities and skills and flavor, and I'm actually gonna add it to this video when I upload this to YouTube. I have a number of photos that come from the photos that were during my Experience Live show, which was a indoor festival that I had. And so for a couple of the shows, Vanessa was my stylist as well, because she also is deep into fashion. So yeah, I'm going to post that. This is a woman of many gifts and talents, and so yeah, this is fun. But I've been trying to think of like what to call this experience, right? And you know, that's how my brain goes as far as it, you know. So I thought one was like it was like locks and something else that was L that had to do with music, or something like that. That's like 2 things that have to do with natural hair care or hair care, or you know, salon. You know, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No, but I know you will. You're gonna come up with something good, and I'm gonna be tuned in like, Aaron did it. So it's gonna work out really, really good. So is that cooler? Does that make you feel cooler?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to give Aaron styles, guys. This is hot outside, and like
Right.
bring him up like to man buns and all
Right,
those things.
right.
Like sometimes y'all guys be thinking that I want my hair like that. That's something like a woman. Do you feel like a woman?
Not at all.
You feel cooler. So
Not
you
at
can
all.
wear different things and stuff. Like for Aaron, like today I just pulled it up some, and then I did some like single ones for the back.
Yeah.
And like usually I'll do his hair like this and I'll pull them all up and stuff.
Oh, you're finished.
But yeah.
Oh,
we're
we
finished.
gonna
We're
grab
just
this
playing
camera. We
around.
gonna grab this camera. That's the new boy. I'm getting up out that chair like,
But it's just something cooler and stuff.
I'm gonna move this
So it
piano.
works it out. But it's cool.
I'm gonna grab this camera and we're gonna show this up close and personal. There we go. All right. So you want me to hold it, or you want to hold it? Oh, let me let you hold it because you can aim it.
Yeah, let me have it.
Yeah.
So what we have is we took and we did a little bit of braids in the back. I'm trying to get back far enough so y'all can see it. And then I put a little bun up in the top for him to have a man bun. I don't know, Aaron. I don't know if I got a great view for them. Okay. Maybe you guys can see that a little bit better. But this is what I want you to focus on, is that lock care, any hair care, is about being clean. Having your scalp being cleaned and maintained. That is the key, guys. Like, get you a brush today and make sure when you get you a brush that you see that it's like this, guys. You can move that. That means it's soft and flexible. Do not get a brush that. Okay, how do we turn it back?
Is that
around?
the board? The board? That's not boar's hair.
No,
Boar's
you
hair.
can get
Okay.
some that's actually not boar bristle and they're kosher a little
Okay.
bit more. But make sure that you can have something that you can brush and you can feel it stimulating your scalp and everything. So it's a cool little style.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to.
I got a piano in my salon, guys. A salon with a piano. My friends are not gonna believe this. They're like, Vanessa, I saw you today, and
Right.
was there a piano in your salon? Especially some of my older clients, my
Right.
seniors. They're gonna be like, was there a piano? I'm quite sure I saw a piano in your salon, baby. Like, yes, you did see a
This
piano in the
is-
salon.
This is
So it's
definitely one of
beautiful.
those, like, you gotta see it to believe it. And so, fortunately,
And it's quick and easy.
quick and easy. It's no better than that. So yeah, I'm happy. I feel like I want to do
Now, do
it.
you like this one better with them down some, or do you want all of them up? Okay, guys, vote. You think he should have all of them up into one bun, or leave it with some down?
All right, show them one more time from the back so they can see.
I think I have to get back some more so they can really see it. Okay, well, no, don't turn it that way. So he has some hanging down, just some single ones, like this. And then he has some up. But if we pull them all up, it'll be up in a bun, like all the way around. So he'll be real cooler. But let's see what you guys think.
So up or down?
Up or down?
That is the question. Up or down?
It's cool, though. I think it's really cool.
So Tyrone says, super dope hair and live music. Yeah, Ty. Kevin says, must be nice. Thanks, Kevin, Tyrone, Brandon, Woody, Shatira. Let's see what else you all had to say.
Look at that. Maybe we should do it.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So,
Cool. I like it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
going down, what you think? What you think when you
I
at
actually
first
like
glance?
both of them, but I really like the up.
All right,
I really like
let's
the
do up.
because it's cool.
All right, we're going to do up then.
These are quick
Move
styles
on up.
that guys can do. My son brought me into the industry, guys, of man buns.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 19-year-old. He had very long hair.
Mhm.
If you go on my site, you will see him, so you will understand the struggles. Like, all my children had like all this hair to deal with. So he said, Mom, I think I'm into the man buns now. Can you give me a man bun? I'm like, what in the world is a man bun? Like, we got man buns out here? So he showed me this picture, and I'm like, oh, we got man buns. But to me, it was always strange. You know, of course, they call it man buns. It's not what we call it when I was growing up. In Jamaica, it was nothing to see guys with their hair up. A famous artist that always wears his hair up, Beanie Man.
Oh, yeah. Benny
He's
Man.
always got his hair up in some
Yeah.
of the fancy do-up.
That is true.
So I was like, okay, we call them man buns now. So the 20th century, they're man buns.
Here
So
we are.
Guys, you can do man buns.
Yeah, I love them. I mean, to be honest.
It's actually cool. I
Yeah.
like them too. I think it's
Yeah.
really this way. Sometimes.
Which way? Go ahead, turn me. Whichever way.
Go
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah, I love them actually because they give you flexibility to get your hair off your neck and give you.
Yes, that is the biggest thing. With 90-degree temperatures lately, we need some cool down. So.
Mhm. I also like the fact that it just really looks cool. I mean, I feel like I'm more intelligent with a man.
And look, I love it when Beanie wears it, and then he has a suit on, tie on. It's like got a man bun that's going on. Oh, guys, look, see, this is V-Locks. As you can see, it looks like Sister Locks, but it's not. I promise you, I did not sit all that time for Sister Locks. I did not do it. But it's V-Locks, and I brush them daily. I make my own moisturizers and my own sprays and everything for them. And it's very important. Like, and I saved $1,200.
There we go. That's the part I'm still on. I'm just like, yeah. So
I saved myself $1,200.
I'm telling you. And you know, there are many places where, of course, because of the type of hair care that it is, it's understandably can be expensive because of the time and the effort.
And that's just in certain countries. Now, I do have friends that are charging $1,500 to $1,800 for some Sister Locks. They look good, but I just can't afford it. But I will tell somebody if that's what they want. I will refer them to some of my Sister Lock consultants, but I can't do it. So there you have it.
It looked like one of them ran away.
Oh yeah, I didn't pin that one. Hi, daughter. She's not going to come into camera, I promise you, because she does not want to be live. But she has a beautiful set of V-Locks in her hair, too, and her hair is all the way down her back. So she's camera shy. She's not coming in. But, yeah, she's so photogenic. She takes the most beautiful pictures. Okay, this one goes this way. I love the idea of feeding locks in.
Okay.
That works really, really good. Each one has a home.
So basically, you all, like I was saying, this was actually a fun experience that we're actually using because I came up with the idea where I'm actually going to do this. We're going to do this outside for one of my serenades.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna bring the rum smoothie, so y'all stop by.
She gonna bring the rum smoothie.
We gonna have a real good time.
And the more rum smoothies that you consume, the better I sound. So.
Yeah, you guys, if you've been keeping up with him, you know he doesn't need any of that, but he's really going to sound good after a couple of glasses of some rum. He really is.
So basically, I'm going to do a serenade, and yeah, it's going to be a piano serenade where Vanessa's actually doing my hair. We're going to actually do the whole thing. And so it was funny because while I was sitting here playing, it was funny. I had to keep telling myself, like, you can't rock your hair. You can't get into it because then you're going to have a different style.
See, that's why I had your back here. I was rocking.
Right.
My Jill Scott.
Right.
But it's cool. That's really, really cool. Okay, how does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. No, it feels great.
Okay, let me pin this. And usually, guys, like, a lot of times when I pin up styles or something, especially if it's like for events and stuff for clients, for weddings and stuff, I'll do a double stitch with thread, and I'll tack it down because I really hate a lot of bobby pins. I can't stand it. But Aaron is not going to keep this as long as some ladies might. So I have to make it where he himself can take it down. So he can pull out a bobby pin. I don't want him to pull out any hair. So
Right.
there you have it, guys.
Love it.
Let me see. Okay, now let's see up or down, guys. I'm going back around and show y'all the up.
We're going to leave it at the up.
It is up.
I feel like my neck is like, up.
I know, right? That is the coolest part because you like are done. Yep. Okay. I hope y'all can see this. I'm new at this stuff. Aaron is teaching me some things.
I have the orientation around the other way too. So
if y'all can see it, I hope y'all can. If not, blame it on Vanessa. Y'all know Aaron is an expert. I am not with it yet, but I'm getting there. All right,
everybody.
There you have it.
That was a fun experience. And so, yeah. So look out for the next one. And this won't be the last time we have this experience. And look out for the serenade where we really get her done.
I'm there, guys. See you there.
See you all soon. And definitely follow Vanessa on IG one more time at Let's Talk Naturals Salon on IG.
I'm there.
Peace, everybody.
So to help me to make more content like this, please see the info in the description or comments. And thanks so much for watching. And if we're not already connected on all my other homes, the Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, etc., where you can find me at aaronhilltv, V at aaronhilltv, V at aaronhilltv, V at aaronhilltv.tv on IG.